Good morning, everybody. I'm Jingyan from Economics College of Jinan University. The topic I will share today is on green finance in Great Bay Area, prospects for future innovation. We know that in February 2019, the Chinese government officially issued the Outline Development Plan for the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Great Bay Area. The development plan defines Hong Kong as the green financial center of the Great Bay Area, Guangzhou as the innovation and experiment zone for green finance reform, and Macau as a complementary green finance platform. The GBA region is a region characterized as dynamic, innovative while embracing diversity, and most importantly, sustainability. So the topic today will focus on the prospects of future innovation of green finance to accelerate such implementation. In the chart, we could see that during the 13th Five Plan, the government could only access 15% of the funding for the environmental protection. The gap is covered by the private sector, mainly from financial institutions, and also the international funding, which has the lower costs. So we could expect that for the coming 14th Five Plan, more investment on air, water, and soil pollution treatment and abatement would be needed. Compared with other regions in China, GBA will focus more on the upgrading of the industrial park and reconstruction of the cities. As we know that GBA is the earliest region in China to opening up to the world, and so have a more desire for better environment to attract high quality industrials in the future. Here is the supply side and demand side of the green financing. The demand is from the green projects, and the supply is from the capital. Green finance sometimes is difficult to define what is green and its extent of greenness, as it is related to information asymmetry and the measurement of green standards. So what is green finance? Because green projects are characterized by long project terms and long return cycles, financing difficulty is a major obstacle to their development, and green finance is effective because it could offer long periods and lower cost funding. But the current evaluation standards simply distinguish green or non-green without any intermediate range. There is no measurement of the degree of greenness, especially to connect the green value with the subsidy of the local government or the monetary policy from the central bank. For example, the discount rate and open market operation. For example, that the central bank can give a discount or the premium to the commercial bank, and so the commercial bank have the incentives give this discount to the enterprises, so that all these parties can participate in these markets. We know that in 2016, China established the first pilot zones for green finance in 5 provinces, which includes 8 cities. Now let's see the green finance market in GBA. On the left side, we could see that green bonds in GBA grew 54% in 2019. Macau began to participate in the market in 2019. Guangdong and Hong Kong are nearly the same share, and Guangdong began to participate in 2017, as we just mentioned that China established its green market in the 2016. So 2017 is the first year. On the right side, it's the cumulative green bonds issued in Hong Kong. We could see that mainland China occupies the main share, but we could see more international, and we can see more diversity from 2015 to 2019. More and more countries began to participate, including the Multilateral Development Bank, etc. The green finance differs from traditional finance is that how to develop a co-governance model that encourages stakeholders and public participation at large. Specifically, the first question is that how does Guangzhou Green Finance Center cooperate with Hong Kong? How to determine the green financial standards of the Bay Area? Secondly, how can the external benefits of green finance be integrated into the application and evaluation of projects so that we can know the add-on benefits, or we call the externalities? Such rating will eliminate the intermediate state between green and non-green ones, and outstanding rated green enterprises will receive corresponding tax or industrial land use benefits from the government. Based on the above analysis, here is the directions for future innovation and development. We note how to effectively reduce the cost of green finance to develop green industry is the key to long-term mechanism for green industrial. However, with limited government financial resources, it is necessary to consider questions such as how to use the leverage between government funds and private funds. So firstly, we could estimate the scale of green finance so we could know the demand of the green finance. Secondly, we could set the green financial standards, including what is green and how the fund should be used, and the greenness, the degree of the greenness. Furtherly, consider the importance of private sector involvement in the applied innovation. I think this is the sustainable way of the green finance to make it more the private sectors to be involvement. Then, lastly, considering the new technology such as blockchain to check the application of green finance would reduce the cost to identify what is green. For example, for the company, also for the financial institutions, so that they could reduce their learning costs. And the last one is on the academic cooperation in green finance across GBA. This book is published at the beginning of 2020. It is a tiny contribution to help advance the global agenda for achieving a sustainable energy future. The contributing authors are from Jinan University in Guangzhou and also from universities in Hong Kong as Hong Kong Polytechnic University and Hong Kong Science and Technology Universities. The authors examine issues about the role of green financing instruments such as green credit and green bonds, which facilitate more public-private partnership and direct investment opportunities into large-scale infrastructure projects. It stimulates thoughts about the various potentials, pathways, and mechanisms of green financing to promote more adoption of sustainable energy and towards sustainability and harmony in the Great Bay Area in the future. In sum, this speech fits quite well with Presidency's declaration. We know that recently, Presidency in 75 United Nations speech made the declaration that China will make the carbon neutral in 2060, which will increase the country independent contribution to the world. So I think that the green financing in the future will be more broadened for the enterprises or also for the financial institution participation in the future. So I think that it has more opportunities in Great Bay Area, and Great Bay Area needs green finance, and green finance also needs Great Bay Area. And thank you very much for the invitation from Hong Kong Science and Technology University. Thank you very much.